Hi. Good morning. Happy Monday. Ah. So yeah, just to get the obvious out of the way, I kind of really wanted to continue Small Saga today. But I have all the Mondays. I think I went to bed at like 3 just to fall asleep at 4:30 and then woke up at 6, and ever since 6 I've been awake and I've just been... I walked the dog and I can't even tell you where I walked the dog. Like I can't actually tell you the whole route I took. So I decided that I don't think I want to play Small Saga while my brain is just... fresh risotto with caramelized onions and fried garlic and butter. If it was vegetarian stock, I'd totally take that. That sounds amazing. So, yeah, Mondays are... So here's a little bit that changed. Today, Karth started his new job. So instead of doing morning walks, he now does evening walks, which means I do a morning walk. So I gotta see, I probably gotta get up a little bit earlier so I don't delay streams. But it's possible that they will just be, you know, a few minutes late. I'm not taking it as strict because, let's face it, we're all here to relax. That's including me. But yeah, that's why I sound probably a little bit fitter in the mornings now than I otherwise do, because I have to get fresh air. Ooh. Fresh air. But I wanted to show something off. Because I did a naughty. Because during the last Ferality, I made contact with a wonderful artist. Yes, exactly, Eternal. Hi. And if you are in Fluff and stuff, I mean, first of all, if you're not, then I don't know what, then maybe you should. But if you're in Fluff and stuff, then you've seen Morrow, the Heartglow Brew, join. And that very dear bean did some art for all the Fluff and Stuffers. So how about I show you what they made? Because they made an emote for all of us. Here's mine. I didn't upload it yet, but here's my new emote. And that will even come out on a pillow. So I have a nice little pillow to squimsh here. And I did tell you that all of them got one. Look at this bean. Do you know who that is? Also, I just noticed I still have the screen sized up for Small Saga, so give me just 1 second. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. This thing is way out of the image. Hold on. There, yeah, there. There we go. Now we have the whole screen again. Ha! Yeah, I mean, look at this face. Look at this. This mischievous look. He knows what he's about to do. He's a cutie, isn't he? Yeah, and if you thought I only got those two. Look at this bean. Yes, that's the bean that just got a new job. Look at this bean. I know they are so adorable. But you know what? The best two are still to come. Because I also did one for Avi. Showed him yesterday while he was at MFF. And you know what I got in response? I have my own personal R now. I gotta make it a redeem. I know these are adorable, aren't they? Well, that only leaves one bean missing because I apologize, Nombi. You joined a little bit late for me to still add you to the list. I'll make up for it. But here he is. Nope, Asune, no, unfortunately not. No, this was a kind of gift for the first year Fluff and Stuffers. So for that group, for everyone that helped me, you know, get everything started during the first year, and since I booked that like 3 months ago, if I would do it today, I would totally add more beans. But the backlog was, yeah. I don't know how Hardclaw Roo did it, but he really managed to hit each character. Like Avi's just big-eyed, amazing blab. Like this slightly naughty Res here, the mischievous Bedwoof. It's just, he really managed to hit all the emotions. Yes, Kavi, I wish it would have been, but I'll be honest, I slept 1.5 hours last night. I am not even sure where my brain is. So yes. So we're going back to Small Saga on Wednesday because we do want to know where Quen and Bruce go. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it, Kavi, I know. But I don't think I could talk all day today and just brain dead. 1.5 hours of sleep did naughty things to Moxie. So we're gonna play American Truck Simulator and just do something really chill. Because they just released Kansas and I have I'm actually in the middle of a delivery. So I gotta continue that delivery. I just fell asleep during it yesterday, so I had to stop. Please don't sleep and drive. So yeah, I apologize. I know some people were looking forward to a Small Saga today, especially Kavi. But yeah, my brain is just... If brain no work... So, and what we have here is we have a white load that I'm currently driving to Kansas. Also, I see you don't actually have sound. Why do you not have sound? Da, da, da. That's why. Because you reset again. I swear, every day. Larry Vanetta. Larry? I don't get it. Larry Vanetta? I am Chubbo. I'm dumb. Especially today, especially this morning. I don't know what I'm driving. I'm driving something. I'm a trained driver, okay? I know what I drive. And right now I drive a very heavy load. That's why I have to stay between these two vehicles at all time. And you have police securing entryways and stuff. And then that truck wants to slow down because there's a police car. Oh, is that what Larry Vanetta is? No, yeah, I know. Boo does. But I'm a good person, okay? I'm trying to do a 100% run here. I know, Boo always rams the cops. Bad Boo. And the one thing that's a bit annoying is I'm only... no, next year is... I mean, I suppose I can tell. But my goal for next year, though I will not finance all of it, like the pillows. I will finance the designs, but I will not finance the print. But that will be relatively cheap, because my goal is to make custom avatar hoodies. To, you know, so you can have your Bad Wolf with your Bad Wolf ears in a hoodie, something like that. I mean, if I have 10 more people join Fluff and Stuff, then we might have to reconsider that. They're leaving colorful Colorado. Now we're in Kansas, I think. I don't know. Oh, hold on, I want to know. My geography skill. I drove this exact road. Yes, we're nearly in Colby. So this is the route we're taking today. We're going through Colby and Hayes. And then in Salina, we have an exit, and we gotta go all the way up here to the Golden Meadows. That sounds like an elderly home. Yeah, it's like, you know, Fluff and Stuff. The reason Fluff and Stuff exists is because I wanted to... The police cars have really bad effects on the cars that are trying to drive past on the outside lane. Because each car will stop when that police car is there, and if they stop out my lead vehicle, then I have to do an emergency brake. I don't think that works as well. But yeah, one reason I made Fluff and Stuff, and I'll just be... Maybe that's a case of Monday honesty. Also, should I turn the music down just a little? Yeah, I think that's better. Is... Hi, Melina. Is I wanted... You know, I wanted to have a good stream. I wanted to have a team. I wanted to have a community. But the only community I knew were... Critter Cottage. And Critter Cottage, as much as I love them, Critter Cottage, amazing beans. What they pulled off there, like I said, it gave me the reason to start, but I'm shy. And as a streamer with 37 people...
Are we there yet? 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 Are we there yet?
I'm gonna bonk you, Eternal. I'm gonna turn this truck around. Yeah, I'm turning this truck around. If I could. But one problem I had with it is I'm shy. And I had 37 followers. And at that time, the Critter Cottage... You know, who was part of the Critter Cottage mainstay? Well, Schmoops and Seda and Rue and Pythania and like all these big names. Like I'm not gonna walk up to whoever leads this and go like, hey, how can I have a channel? I want to be part of this. And I just... No, I couldn't. So Eternal, more or less, yes, it was you. Please stop driving so slow. You're a lead vehicle, drive faster. So Eternal more or less pushed me into, into creating a Discord. It's not that difficult. But that's what he sounded like, just more British.
I like to hang out in Moxie's attic and eat bacon butties from Greg's.
Yes. But what are bacon butties? I don't even know what that is. Well, anyway, so I had my own Discord. And, you know, I had exactly the same issue that a lot of small streamers have when they have their own Discord. Nothing moved. Like, sometimes it would take a day or two before someone would say something. It could easily take 2-3 weeks before someone joined. And I looked at that and I saw so many other streamers affected by the same. Just streamers that had 600-700 followers have a Discord where nothing is being said for 24 hours. And I really like the idea of a community. I really like the idea of interacting with like-minded furries, with like-minded beings. So I essentially just came up with the idea that since I'm... What? Well, I suppose I did crash that car. He was way too close. It's okay, I'm getting like 47k for this delivery. I suppose I can deal with one scratch. But yeah, when I then created the idea of fluff and stuff, it was just clear to me that I wanted to not only have guides, to have basic guides to get people started with streaming if they don't know how, but also just support them. You know, be there as a community. Give you a reason to stream, even if you don't have your own Discord. And that pretty much was all. I wanted a cozy home for as many people as possible so we can share our communities. And yeah, of course, just because you're watching one person doesn't mean you have to watch all of them. Are you... what? Oh, a mandatory stop. That's why. Just wanted to ask, why are you pushing me out of here? I really don't like mandatory stops with something of that size. Gotta get it straight through here. But yeah, that's pretty much the long story short. I just wanted a way for good beans to share their communities. So I still follow that simple rule. Oh yeah, right, I don't have to stop. And they are blocking the traffic. That's the nice thing about driving something like this. Yeah, and that's why Fluff and Stuff is open to everyone. Period. If, you know, you've never streamed and you have your first stream tomorrow and you want a room, well, we don't judge. Not at all. Just send me. Hi, Boo.
Don't you dare make any scribbles, you little...
Look at this bean. I pulled a Boo.
Not
I rammed a
me,
cob.
Not me, not blank me, blank not. What?
Oh, they're actually waiting for my brake stop. But how are you today, Boo? And yeah, the main reason I'm playing American Truck Simulator is because I saw Boo play European, and I've never actually played the American. This is still my first game in it. I think I'm level 6. And it's such a good... Ow! And it's such a chill game when you just need time to completely chill and relax. Yes, I'm driving an oversized load. That's why I have to follow this bean. And I have another one behind me. And they block the road. The cops left and right. So I can take turns like this. Ah, yes, I have all the truck cake. Now let's have this bus pull out. No, I shouldn't need any help here. I think I can get around this corner well. Just gotta... Come on, let's not ram a sign. No, looks good. Let's make sure we can get past the noopsies. What are the noopsies called in English? These white noopsies there. You know, those noopsies, those reflector poles. What? Oh my god, look at this tight space. Did this cop really have to stay so far to the right? I'm gonna scratch your car, mister. I'm gonna... I didn't scratch your car. Look at that. We'll leave it at one cop car destroyed today, okay? Now, not the rumble strips, those wide reflective poles on the side of the road. What do you call those in English? Do you call those... I wanted to say something naughty, but I can't come up with anything. Snow mesh. You sound like a Canadian when you say that, you know that. Because that's kind of what we used them for where I came from in the Alps. We just used them to measure how deep the snow is today. And if you couldn't see them anymore, then you had to be really careful. Here's a fun story of me. I worked as a newspaper delivery driver. So every night from midnight to 6 a.m., I would drive about 200 delivery stops and just deliver them packs of newspapers so they could deliver the daily newspaper in the morning. And my tour was all the way through the Swiss Alps. I only had like 180 kilometers in about 5 hours. So you can probably tell what kind of spaces I've covered, what kind of distances. And it's just up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain, 7 here, 5 there. It was always so much fun. And one winter, I saw a big wall of white in front of me. And I'm like, I can get through that. And I puff into that wall, and you just have to imagine, you have a wall of cotton. Like, someone was dumb enough to put $500 of cotton on your wall, and you just run into that wall with full force. That's what it felt like. It was just like a puff. And then the engine was off and everything was dark. And I couldn't open the doors because I was literally completely buried in snow so deep that I couldn't even start the car anymore. It just died completely. And it took 2 hours of me being locked in the car until the winter service came, saw me stuck, and actually pulled me out backwards. I was, you know, when you see that scene of the fox jumping into snow and then getting stuck head first? I did that with a delivery truck. And it was just a normal street. It's just so much snow came down the mountain because it was really windy that day that all stayed on the street that I just poofed into it. I'm lucky. I've only had minor accidents, usually not caused by myself. I am a relatively good driver. I had 3 accidents. In one case, a deer just ran out of the forest. I did a full brake. I still hit it. There was very little I could do. I don't think the deer survived. The hunter came later and took it down. The second, a lamp post actually fell onto the street during a really bad storm, and I couldn't quite brake on time, so I really damaged my front of the car. And the third time, it was typical winter in the Swiss Alps, and despite driving at 20 kilometers per hour, at some point my car just drifted off and slid along the center barriers. That was $1,500 because the way these central barriers are paid is per individual barrier €500 back then. And they always separate, you can see these little separation marks. I'm not sure you can see it here, probably not, no. But they are always I think 5 meters long, and they cost $500. And I damaged 3 of them. My favorite kind of cake is, no, strawberry cheesecake. It doesn't matter what you do with your strawberry cheesecake. Put berries in. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't... what's the word? If I don't... I can only think of Democrat. Also, oh shit. Hold on, I came a bit too late. I just noticed we have an ad break. So I'm gonna take a very quick ad break. I'll be right back, Beans. I gotta get a drink anyway. See you shortly. And thank you for the gift sub, Bad Wolf. Speaking of, you might have noticed it's fixed. It wasn't me. Also, hi, Heartclow. How are you been? I'll tell you what's back. I am. Haha. No, what's fixed is the gift sub. It actually wasn't me. You might remember that we got gift subs the last 2 streams, and both times the trigger failed. It was Sammy. Well, actually, indirectly it was me, because you see, this is my problem. My problem is that I just cleaned up my OBS and I went down from Eternal. GS. Ich hab ein Gift. Ich hab ein Sub. Gift Sub. You Bean. Thank you, you Bean. But you shouldn't. You're too good to me. Also, hi. Yeah, I did just show off the art that Heartglow did for us. It's good art. I'll show it off again towards the end of the stream, because I have the feeling some might not have seen it. I feel like I should scream. Rude. Oh wait, that was the wrong... No, come back. That was the wrong button. Great. Now I gotta push that button again. Oh, also, I noticed no one has found the secret word yet, and I already forgot what it was again. See, I love this. These are always surprises to me. The secret word... No, it's not, but it's a word that you often combine with bean. But here, yeah, this is what I was talking about. So, it turns out my issue was I was pushing OBS a little bit too hard. While my OBS was running, it took about 4 gigs of RAM. And Sammy has a problem with that, it turns out. So Sammy yesterday got an update that greatly affects how the communication between OBS and Sammy is done. So now suddenly it's fixed. You know, the best problems are those you don't have to fix yourself. But yeah, let's go drive some more, shall we? We still gotta deliver this to a solar power plant, I think it is, or wind power plant, or whatever it is. But it's big and it's heavy and it already cost the life of one police car. It's been delivered, Eternal. Kid is currently eating it. How is the Chinese food, Kid? But no, you are all beans. Do it. But make sure you post pictures of the Chinese food you get in Discord for Eternal, so he knows what it looks like. I'm teasing, Karth. You weren't meant to hear that. No, not gummy bean, but something you do to beans. When they don't feel good, especially. Well, I mean, yes, you squished them. Congrats, Eternal. Well, you were too late, Karth. You're at work. We didn't want to distract you, okay? We ate all the delivery food without you. We had donuts and pizza and Chinese food. If you run into the kitchen, you can still smell some. Oh, Moxie evil. Hey, I already clean out Kid's litter box twice a day, okay? I can't take care of everyone. Oh, I'm gonna get an evil eye here in a second. Okay, now let's drive closer to the center again, so we don't ram another police vehicle. Especially since everyone's gonna brake here again. Very nice. Okay, perfect. Wide loads are fun. It's such a relaxing drive. Can't drive faster than 40. Have two cars that tell you when you have to turn. See, this is exactly what I needed today. Something where my brain can just stay disabled and I can just push a button and move a stick. Now here's a... I'll tell you what happened yesterday as long as I can anonymize it enough. So every weekend for like the last 14 weeks now, something in our system breaks on Sundays. Sometimes it's a minor thing and sometimes it's a major thing. And sometimes it's so major that all our clients are affected. And we are now at 7 incidents over the last 14 weeks. So every second Sunday I come in, something bad happens. And yesterday it was one of the worst things. And the big problem is when that worst thing happens for us, there is no one there to fix it because the person who fixes it comes into the office Monday morning at 8. And instead of, having that person log on Sunday evening for 10 minutes to make sure that everything runs, we just have to extinguish a permanently burning trash fire, burning garbage pot, whatever you want to call it, and just essentially tell everyone that they have to wait until the morning before they can use our tools again. And yesterday, I had an anxiety attack over it. I literally, for the first 2 or 3 hours, was incapable of doing any work. I tracked myself through. So yesterday I definitely needed a squimsh. And then I burned through the night and did about 4 times as much work as everyone else on that day because I kind of had to, or everyone that comes into the office today will have an absolute shit day. So during this whole time, I was thinking about how can I make my work less stressful? How can I get something out of work that is not just 8 hours of outright torture solely to finance this hobby? That's kind of what it feels like. I mean, sure, yes, you know, they pay for rent, they pay for electricity, they pay for at least half of the food we eat. Also, good morning, Shaky. But it is such a degrading, stressful, anxiety-inducing job that I've just reached a point where I have sleepless nights trying to come up with a solution on how I can avoid work. I currently have 1.2 days of PTO, because whenever I have a day of PTO and something like yesterday happens, I need to take a breather. I need to take a day off and just... And I want to get to a point... yeah, they often are. I actually looked at it, but they don't pay enough. Because government... great job, though, if you have a love for books. It's... we'll get to Denver and books shortly. But... let's... come on. No, I don't want to break. Breaking is bad for me. But this is always the same problem. When the cars see the police car, they all slow down. Even though they shouldn't, because I have to keep driving here. But yeah, I was essentially looking for a way that I can get through work, so work isn't as shit. So... you know, I have something to look forward to. If you're at the dentist and mommy tells you that you get a transformer if you don't cry, you have a reason not to cry. The problem is I don't have a reason not to cry while I'm at work. I just have lots of reasons too. So I had this idea that maybe I will start streaming after work, which... you know, would fuck up everything I've built, every friend I've met, and everything, because I would start streaming 8 hours earlier. The US people that watch me in the morning aren't gonna be up, and the European people that watch me are gonna be either at work or who knows what. So I would have to, you know, restart that again. It might come to that if everything fails, but I hope not. Because, yeah, I kind of like the beans I have. I might still get to a point where I eventually maybe have to stream in the evenings. Since, I mean, I'm currently streaming from usually like 9 to 1. There aren't that many jobs that I can find where I can keep doing that. So, you know, maybe eventually I will have to stream in the evenings like everyone else. But if that happens, it happens. For now, the important part is I want everyone to have a wonderful Monday and relax and take it slow. Okay, and we're gonna exit here. This looks like a very uncomfortable turn. So, lane change maneuver. I always have to wait for a normal lane change until both of the vehicles have moved, but that doesn't count for exits. Okay. Now let's see how we can get through here without taking down any signs, shall we? It shouldn't be too difficult. This is pretty wide because it has this emergency strip. Is that what you call it? Yeah, looks like we're nice and central. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, in the end, streaming is a hobby, and I just need like, I will never get enough money out of streaming that I would quit my job. I don't think I want that, because once you do that, once you rely on streaming being your income, there's health insurance. There is taking a week off. It's just way too much that affects life if you don't have a fixed income. I mean, who am I telling you? There are lots of people who are watching me who don't have a fixed income, who know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want to just rely on that. You don't want to just rely on streaming because, it wouldn't pay. And I don't want to have to rely on that. I did that mistake once in my life. I loved IT. I loved working with hardware, with software and everything. So, 12-year-old Moxie took her PC apart. And 15-year-old Moxie then applied to be an IT technician and got the job. And then started working 100 hours a week on building PCs and installing software and making websites. And there are still several websites out there that I have actually originally designed that just never updated. I recently checked. Even though that's now been like 20 years ago, they are literally just, what are they called? Business card websites, kind of like that. Those are still around. I hate breaking. But it's just at that point, I turned my hobby into a job. And I turned it into a job where a 15-year-old made about 3,500 euros a month. Because I worked 100 hours a week. My parents owned a very tiny studio apartment in a skyscraper, 12th floor building. It's not a skyscraper. It was the tallest building in my city, and it was on the ground floor. And they used to rent it out for like, I think, $280 a month. So it was like this tiny, itty-bitty studio apartment. And, sometimes I just wouldn't come home for 4 or 5 days, even though it was just 5 minutes from work, because sleeping under the desk was easier. I didn't have to undress. I just used the restroom there. I slept under the desk for 4 hours and then I continued. This was kind of my life. And that was the time when I got addicted to coffee, and where I drank my huge coffee mugs filled with like 40 cups of espresso. And, and then I went home. I mean, especially for the weekends, eventually I went home, and I had no interest in playing games or in doing anything hardware related, because I just didn't. So this nearly killed my interest in IT. That's when I decided that I want to do a job that's loosely connected to what I enjoy, but I never want to make my hobby work. And this perfectly carried over to streaming. I don't want to have to rely on streaming. I love streaming. And if I suddenly would be partner and I would suddenly make $5,000 a month with whatever, I don't know. I'm not sure there are more than 1,000 people who make that much from Twitch ever. But I'd do it for a few months. I don't think I would feel comfortable, because stuff like health insurance. Health insurance is important. If you have a stroke today, if you break a leg today, if you get hit by a car today or whatever, well, I mean, that's a bit different because then someone else pays. But it's expensive as fuck. Okay, now we need to do a turn. Let's drive a little bit further. Yeah, that should be enough. Yep, that looks good. There we go, and nice and centered. Yeah, that's one thing I do miss from Germany. Being able to have publicly available healthcare. Just being able to get treatment and not having to balance, and can you afford it? There are things you should never have to balance, and considering whether you take your coughing son with fever into the emergency room or not is never a decision that should be based on money. Period. That is, fight me. Period. It's the idea that a rich parent can carelessly, without having to worry about finances, take their child to a doctor, and a poor parent can't, is just unacceptable. It's like having to pay for birth. This should be covered by the government, period. Birth, adding a new, taxpayer shouldn't cost you money, because that person is going to earn the government so much money over the course of its lifespan. It's just... But, well, we have one of the worst health systems in existence, I'm pretty sure. It's like, at least in China, you can get new organs. You don't want to know where they came from, but you get them. Is that too morbid? Yeah, exactly. It's... Yeah. America has invented the capitalism. And capitalism is naturally selfish. Yeah. Oh, there's a paraglider up there. You can see him? It's cute. Oh, and then look at that old gas station there. They did a really good job in this game with designing the environment. Yeah, exactly, Melina, exactly. 2 months into working at the job I'm currently working at, I helped a colleague carry up a huge shopping trip. So the way the business always had it, they always had deliveries from one of the wholesale markets, don't ask me. And we had to go down and just carry the stuff up, and snacks and drinks and the typical stuff. And, well, I carry the stuff up and suddenly I'm like, oh god, that hurt. What was that? I just have this weird, faint pain in my stomach. Don't think anything of it. Then I leave work that day hours later. I walk to the train station, and then I suddenly have to sneeze. And if anyone knows me, you can hear my sneezes. If Karth or Kit stream and I sneeze in the other room, I'm on record. And as I sneeze, I feel something in my stomach tear. I just feel like something happened. But there's no pain. So I get into the train, I get into the second train, I get out of the train, and by then my stomach just hurts so bad. I get onto my bicycle because I had to take the bicycle home from the train, and the pain gets worse and worse. And like the last 200, 300 meters, I couldn't ride the bike anymore. I was shoving the bike home and was using it fully for support at that point. And I was in so much pain. And I went home, I laid on the bed. They called me an ambulance because, well, they were afraid it was something serious. And then the firefighters came and first they tried to carry me down, but the elevator was, as always, not functional. And the stairs were too tight. So I actually had to walk down the stairs and then get back on the tray. And on the way to the hospital, all the pain stopped. And I'm laying there in the hospital and I'm telling the paramedic, I don't even know what happened. It doesn't hurt. He's like, well, did you smoke a lot of weed? I'm like, no. No, you probably smoked a lot of weed. Well, and then I got into the emergency room, and it turns out I had an umbilical hernia. I tore my umbilical cord off the belly button while I was carrying that stuff up. You know, there is no real long-lasting damage other than the fact that I had an internal belly button and now I have an external belly button because it's no longer held in. And that's literally the only thing that happened. It hurt like hell and then it all disappeared. But yeah, the fact that I tore my umbilical cord while carrying, I might have probably not been careful enough. So I'm still not allowed to carry heavy stuff. I can't ever again. Because if I do, there's a good chance I will not enjoy it. But yeah, I remember just the drive home and how the pain got worse and worse. And of course the pain got worse and worse because I was bleeding into my own stomach. And probably not in a spot that is happy to accept blood. Still, the reason I was talking about that is because, well, despite having insurance, it didn't yet start. Because often for American shops, you don't have health, even if you have health insurance. You don't have health insurance because you don't have benefits for the first 3 months. And that happened after 2 months. So I paid $1,500 for the ER and $1,500 for the ambulance, even though they literally didn't even take x-rays. They just poked the belly and went like, well, it doesn't hurt now, right? Are you sure you didn't just smoke a lot of weed? I swear I had to answer that question so many times because everyone assumed that I was just paranoid because I smoked so much weed, because it seems that's the main issue paramedics have in Denver now, that people call them with fake issues because they are so high. I don't even know. Thank you for blocking that street. Ugh, no. They shouldn't even be allowed to force that on people. Yeah, I'm not 100 pounds. I'm bulky. When I was working as IT guy, I would deliver a PC case and the monitor and all the accessories and just carry it up in one go. Like I would literally take the CRT box of like a 21-inch monitor, put all the parts on top and carry that thing up. I never had any issues with that. I was always the person who can easily carry heavy shit. But well, I suppose that changed that day. But look at that, look at that, look at that, we have arrived. Nearly. Somewhere here. There we go. Yeah, that was a good trip. Other than the $1,200 we paid for the destroyed police car. Ah, look at that. And we got 2 full levels out of that. That was the nice thing about doing a 700-mile heavy load. Yeah. First, I want to finish my hazardous cargo. I like explosions. Explosions always come first. Now let's first of all get out of here. Badumts. Say, I suppose they were building a wind power plant here. Now, I've done a lot of jobs in my life. I've never worked at a McDonald's. I have worked at pizza delivery places. Both as a, well, Throth? What is both if it's 3? I'm sure there's a word. No one just uses it. We call it Throth. I worked at pizza delivery places in 3 positions. I was a driver, I was a baker, and I was a shift lead. And I can reliably say that no one should ever have to work at a place like that. Okay, now we're back out on the road. Now I want to take a look where we are. Yeah, let's drive over to the right, figure out what that is, refill here, and then we pick up the next task. But my brain is still completely unresponsive. Oh, now I have to respect stop signs again. Sad. Also, I gotta move my mouse. I mean, that's a good solution. Yeah, I had a good friend. Yes, of course I do. I wasn't aware that there was anything else I was meant to add to that eternal. I mean, I know what pizza boy you're thinking of, and I know I can't show it on stream. You naughty. Yes, of course I ignore you. What am I supposed to do? Talk about your love for sexy underdressed pizza boys? I think that's something you will talk about on your stream. Oh, here's a fun one. One of my regular customers was the brothel next door as a pizza delivery boy. So as like at that point I was like 25. No, I think I was close to 30 actually. But the brothel next door was a very regular customer because, you know, in Germany that's legal, that's fine. We actually, like 30 years ago, not only moved prostitution from being an accepted breach of law. I don't know how to translate it, but like up to that point, prostitution was more or less ignored. Period. You could do it, but if you did it, you just did it on your own. And like 30 years ago, they moved prostitution to a legal job. Which means you now have health insurance, your employer has to pay for your, you know, checkups, for when you're sick, you have sick days, you have PTO. Prostitution is a job. Period. At least in Germany. So, yeah, I kept delivering pizzas to this brothel. Sometimes to the employees, sometimes to clients. And it was always entertaining because they always ordered me. Like they would literally order a pizza and mention, but can Moxie bring that? Because I was the only person who walked in there and wasn't awkward. Like, I would walk into the room with the 4-man jacuzzi and there are 2 girls and a guy in there naked fondling each other. And I wish them a wonderful day and I place the pizza and I cut it for them and I leave it in reach. And I had no idea that I was asexual back then. But you know what? I should have. I should have known. The fact that I walked into brothels with naked girls and just boobs everywhere, I'm like, I hope the pizza tastes well. Fuck this. Yeah, let's take this one. Flavor Fair, Crane to Wichita. Even though this is shorter. Yeah, let's take that. Because I still have to do a whole bunch of deliveries in Kansas to get the running achievement for its release. Yeah, if I am not mistaken, it actually isn't legal in Nevada. It's just legal in some of Nevada's counties. So even there, it's not... I'm pretty sure prostitution isn't state legal there. Oh, I have worked. I have not worked at a bakery, but I have a very close relationship to bakeries. We've lived in one, and my family ran one before I was born. So I have a very, very close connection to bakery. And nowadays I have a close connection to baking. Yeah, let's go pick up our new delivery. It's a good question. Am I sex repulsed? No. Yeah, I mean, sure. You know, it doesn't matter whether you talk about the male or female anatomy. It's weird, it's funky, and it's kind of disgusting. But I don't care. I would never have sex and I have no interest in it. That's like my big part. I just don't care. I think it's weird and that's where I draw the line. I just have no need. I support that. I support that. Yes, and you know what, Ketna? That is surprisingly common, I found out, because asexual people like to experiment like everyone else, but we often don't have these, you know, these restrictions that normal people have. I am a very kinky ace. I met Ketna as well as Karth and Kit on a BDSM mush. And if you don't know what a BDSM mush is, I mean, first of all, I hope you know what BDSM is. If you don't know what that is, then Google it. Please do. Please do send me the results. But a mush is essentially a mud without rules, without dice, without classes. It's... it was always said that the direct translation of mush, M-U-S-H, is multi-user shared hallucination. It's, you know, essentially just a group chat, but with a focus. And the focus that I was, well, the game I was playing had the, you know what, let's go to the gas station first. I got a refill first. And wait, what? Koga came in? Hi, Koga. I looked away for a moment.
Yeah. No,
Look at this bean.
I can go far, but I will try to work on make sure. Go.
Look at that bleb. That is such a good bleb. Hi Koga, how are you, Bean? Hey, where's the... Oh, mine is over there, that's why. Nope, there's no way through there. So yeah, I was on this BDSM mush, learning literally every kink. Like if I didn't know a kink, I would Google it and I would look at it and I would usually ERP it because I was curious. So the term of kinky ace is definitely an interesting one because I know I'm not the only one. It's like every time I talk to an ace, well, we sex all the things in games. You know, we play games like Baldur's Gate just to see who we can sex up. I don't know why, but we do it, and it's fun. Do it too. Don't be ashamed. Even if you're not an ace, just do it. Just sex everything. Whee. Wait, you met Koga once? Wait, you mean on stream or in real? Because then I'd be jealous. Wait, what did I do? What? You cunt. You ran into me. No, you're not passing. Yeah, you're going back into your parking lot, ma'am. There. Go back in there and behave. Nope, hold on. I've got to turn around for that. No, don't you drive away. No, I still have beef with you. I don't care. You ran into me. I'm gonna take you home. There. You're mine now. There. I'm taking you with me all the way. There, you're my friend now. Ma'am, I think you're driving on the wrong side of the street. This is illegal. Correct that. There. Yes, okay, I damaged my truck. That was totally worth it. That was revenge porn. There you go. No, if you ram my car and then I'm being charged for that, then I'm gonna ram you. I'm gonna shove you off a bridge, ma'am. Please don't do this at home, kids. God, I hate Mondays. I just had to think about the fact that I still have 4 days of work ahead of me. I don't wanna. No, I think I can squeeze out before that comes. Oh, he doesn't come anyway. I stopped for no reason. I gotta stay here. Oh shit, what was Window Vipers? P? Yes, P. Yeah, Monday mood. Like I just said it earlier, I really wanted to play Small Saga today. I really wanted to finish that game. But I don't want to waste that game on a bad mood. I think it's that simple. Because I'm looking forward to its ending way too much. Also, I should probably see if I can upgrade my truck after this. Because I've gained quite a few levels. And this thing is slow as fuck. Yeah, no one saw that. You know, one of these Fridays... Up. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Whee! There we go. Oh, nearly had an accident. Don't sneeze and drive. But yeah, I feel like one of these Fridays, also thank you Koga, you've been. One of these Fridays we gotta do a drunk driving stream. Just like I borrow Karth's wheel and pedals. Yes. And no, Melinda. No, I've gotta borrow Karth's wheel and pedals. And then I'm just gonna we're gonna have a redeem for rude. Yeah, keep bonking, exactly. And then we'll have a redeem for me to drink something and we'll see how far I get. I want to do that. I don't ever want to do an obnoxious stream or like, you know, getting so drunk that I shouldn't. But getting a bit tipsy and then driving a however many tons this thing has through the American wasteland here, I would totally do that. I don't think you're allowed to do this. I'm pretty sure this was not legal there. Who am I judging? I just drove someone home. Ow! You're rude. Wait, why did you... Oh, I had to because I'm a truck, right? I was trying to figure out why it told me to go right. Oh god, my brain is not working. Not at all. Oh, what about this? Just have an American Truck Simulator stream until I fall asleep at the wheel. That would be a fun one. I've done that. I might have played Euro Truck Simulator until I actually fell asleep at the wheel. I mean, I've done that in many games. Yeah, exactly. You can mix it so well with so many things. Either just make it an outright donation stream or streamathon and do it based on subs, which I'm never a big fan of. It's like I love getting money from Twitch. Let's just be honest. Why wouldn't I? But I'm not a person. I will never ask. I hate it. I'm I don't judge people who do. Let's make that clear. If you say, you know, you ask for money or you ask for people to sub, so be it. It's your stream, it's your thing, but I don't want to. I don't feel comfortable about that. So what I try is to just, you know, offer additional value. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. That's why when I play ads, I play videos for those that have a sub. So I'm very keen on making sure that I always provide ample entertainment. I'm horrible. Way too much of a perfectionist. Well, now I'm sad, Nombi. Why didn't I get to see your carrot? You know, we have totally appropriate channels on the Discord for that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Vehicle inspection, my butt. Yeah, like I will never judge anyone for openly asking for subs or bits or having a streamathon. I think, you know, perfectly valid, and maybe one time I'll have one. But I always feel a bit bad since this is just a hobby for me I don't want to guilt anyone into having to subscribe. For example, to not miss content. I think that's kind of where I see myself. But I am a weirdo. And you can have my lap. It's fine. Look at how much room I have. I mean, you can't have the co-driver's seat because that's where my laptop and my cooling, my icebox are. Because, you know, of course, why would I have room for a person there? That's actually the sad thing. Euro Truck Simulator has some more awesome things you can put there. Plus mods. In my Euro Truck, I actually have Darth Vader sitting on my co-driver's seat. Don't ask why. I just do, okay? You don't always need to understand everything. Sometimes you just gotta accept the beauty of the world. There was a subject I wanted to talk about. Now I have to scroll up in chat. I said I would get back to it earlier. Now I forgot what I'm getting back to. What the fuck? People keep crashing into me. Okay, we will check shortly. Now I'm curious. I suspect you're just talking about some dish you got or made, admit it. That was a bit too far. Yeah. No one saw that. We're all weirdos. I think that's the beautiful thing. It's just also hi Dark Fang. But yeah, just be a weirdo. Because you know what's the opposite of weirdo? Normal. And I don't know about you, but there's nothing worse than being normal. Yeah. The carrots tracked you in, admit it. Nah, neither of us is. We're all abnormal in so many ways. We are what we are. Security check. I'll tell you what's normal. Normal is to have 1.4 kids and to have, you know, a debt of $7,500 and this and that. Normal is a statistical necessity. And that's all it is. It's nothing but statistics. Yeah, exactly. What's normal to the spider is chaos to the fly. And what's shit to me is either a wonderful meal for my dog or Starfield. One of the two you can pick. Oh, you butt. Do I really have to squeeze it in here? Oh, you're a butt. Yeah, this is not gonna be fun. Let's see. I'm actually gonna cheat and use the top-down drone cam. Let's see, where are we? I don't see the spot. Oh, that's because we're too far. I like parking, but this is an evil one. Come on, steering wheel, don't be so slow. Yeah. Let's see if we can get past here. And then we just tilt it. And then we just go back and forth 150 times. It's usually how I do it. I apologize to any truck driver who's watching me and going like, oh my god, why? Well, come here and do it for me. Come on, can I? Can I? Yes, see that? Oh, look at that. Look at what Moxie is doing. Moxie is good at this. Moxie knows what she's doing. Yeah, God, just you saying that, Dark Fang, makes me want to watch Tire again. Rubber, not Tire. The movie about the mass murdering Rubber Tire. If you have not seen Rubber, do yourself a favor. Go watch it. It is such a dumb piece of shit movie.
Crash, 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 crash,
No.
crash, crash, crash.
No
crash.
crash.
Crash, 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 crash,
No.
crash, crash, crash.
No. Look at how well I did this. This was a nearly 3-point move. Huh? Huh? Oh crap, ad. Oh, I missed ads. Are you serious? Okay. I'll be right back. Give me just a second. I'll be right back, folks. Because I can. Hi. We took a shorter break since I only had a 1.5 minute ad running, so I thought I would give you something for that. Yes, exactly. Speaking of, now that we're parked, I do have to do something. Because I'm not sure you have a clip yet. But very, very good bean. Oh my god, there's a clip. love STO. I love STO. But yes, follow that bean. Very good bean, recently started streaming, and how many followers do you have? 19. You need a few more. Oh no, I hope you're feeling a bit better by now. I heard of the whole hospital thing, poor bean. Oh. But yeah, let's look at the upgrades, shall we? Yeah, Star Trek Online, exactly that one. It's one of those games that I play every few months. I play it for a few days. I love it. It's a fun MMO. As long as you are okay with monetization. Like, I love the MMO. It's just, they are a bit greedy. But they do it in a relatively fair way. And absolutely, Melina. Klingon or Starfleet? Because Klingon cats are just so much sexier than Starfleet cats. I'm sorry. My Klingon cat is just... rawr. It's like, I always want to play the KDF character, because for those that don't know, the Klingon Defense Force is essentially just one of the parties that you can play, and they have specific storylines for all of them. And if you play that, you can play I don't remember what the two cats are called. Farah-san are the evil ones, the sexy ones, and what are the good ones called? Gosh, I don't remember. You know what we're gonna do? Here, because now I'm curious. I'm gonna boot up Star Trek Online real quick. If it lets me. Seems I missed a patch. Yeah, I know. It's nearly your birthday. You know what you should do for your birthday? Do a birthday stream. I would support that. Email verification. But yeah, I have a weird issue with Star Trek Online that I'm gonna show you, because I'm kind of curious if either of you ever seen that one. Okay, it's patching, so now we can go back and drive a truck. I have Cation. Cation, that's the name, yes. Cations are the boring cats. Let's just make it to our store so we can work on upgrades. Here's one thing that I do actually like about America. Turn on red. This is one thing that I would actually miss going back to Europe. Yeah, I have a bunch of carriers. I never know which ones I have because I suck with names. But I will show you as soon as we're at the store. This is a weird intersection. I love this offset intersection that forces you to essentially drive on the wrong side. Very nice, no way station. See, now I feel like I should play some STO on stream. I think that would be interesting. Especially since I haven't played in like a year. I haven't actually caught up because last time I played a shit ton. And every time I do that, I then take a little bit of a longer break. Oh wait, can I stay here?
Space!
No, I can't. I gotta take the next. No, I was planning to do Nom Nom later, but you could do Nom Nom now. Because Nom Nom also started to stream recently and already made it to affiliate.
Well, I actually
Look at
said
that bean.
stocks. Let's say it again.
Playing Banana Lord.
I
You
don't
more often than RimWorld.
Oh, please. See no load sharks. See no load graphs. Come on, where's the great stonks of the sky?
Oh yeah, very good beans. And, you know, I hope that both of you enjoy streaming and that you get to do it a lot more. Because I definitely would love to see more. And yeah, you know, sometimes you'll have a shit stream. Sometimes you'll have a stream where you have like 1.5 watchers. Happens. I feel like especially during MFF or stuff like that, there's always a good chance. But that can't stop you. It's... If... I'm always under the impression if I stream for someone else, I already made a mistake. I only want to stream for myself. I just want to, you know, sit here and have a little bit of fun and talk about what I'm doing and have some silly stuff and have some friends around. But if I would still talk about the same shit if no one was in chat and no one had spoken for an hour. And it's both have its benefit. Sometimes just not having to deal with people is also nice. But I mean, in the end, let's face it, we're all here because we want to spend a little bit more time with people we like. Isn't that why? And I like you, Beans. Yeah, I'm just gonna park here real quick. Oh, I hope they are still open. They are open until 6, aren't they? Let's see. If not, we just have to sleep here. But that's only repair. Oh no, it includes upgrades. So, let's take a quick look, shall we? Now I'm curious. Because I have a character that is bugged. And since I now have a few people in here that play STO, I'm kind of curious if you've ever seen this. I mean, that's one way to see it, kid. I feel like that's always... This is one of those things you can't always say. Because, what was it, like 2 years ago where we had a semi run into the Christmas market or something and the Christmas market was open 24/7? Oh. Yeah. I think my problem I would be too worried playing something like Siege or Dark Tide, because I've seen Eternal stream and I've seen Game Awards being dropped. Yeah, what are you gonna do if you join a lobby that had voice chat and the moment you log on, someone just starts slurring into the microphone? The best you can do is have a key on the mute button and just get the fuck out. But by that time, you might already have 2 or 3 N-words on the VOD. What do you do? It's one of the reasons why I don't play multiplayer games. I like knowing what to expect. Also, this is a hecking long loading screen. We're just gonna go back to our truck in the meantime. Yay, multitasking. Let's repair all. Oh, I'm now getting to the point where I take permanent damage from the wear. But I'm not gonna replace these things for just 1 point of damage. Yeah, these aren't too bad. I can leave that for a while longer. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Koga. Oh, still loading. The most important is that you play with people you trust. Period. Now let's see, do we have any upgrades? Yes, we do. But the only difference here is that the tank is a little bit bigger. Yeah, 60 gallons extra. Let's go with that. Yeah, I have what's 500 horsepower. So we upgrade the engine. I'll take that. And this is just a bit of an overall improvement, so we take that. Now the color we stick. And I don't think we have much here, do we? No, I think this is good as it is. Yeah, I have no upgrades for these things, so I'm just getting... Yay! I'm getting flashers. And, oh yeah, let's take the horn adapter. I need extra horns. Let's take 2 super roars. I'm not gonna honk the shit out of this. Yeah, this looks good. You know, I don't think this is loading. I don't think this is working. Oh, Kara, hi.
Welcome to Moxie's Motel.
Thank you, Eugene.
_the_cyberfox.
And a floof.
List is from 8 to 10. The Wi-Fi password is in the binder.
A floof. Hi, Skjorn. How are you been? How are you today?
Hey Moxie.
Squimsh.
3P microwave is waiting for you at the bar with 22 more.
Here, hold on. If you don't know this wonderful bean, please send them some love. There.
Works for me,
What?
buddy. I can do this all day.
What game was that?
Like a barbecue on a hot summer day.
What? I don't Okay, now I'm curious. I don't recognize this. That's not Postal, is it? Oh, that is No. Punisher? it sounded a bit like Postal. I wasn't aware there's a Punisher game. Okay, now I'm really curious. I gotta look into that later. But hi, Beans, hi. I hope you have a wonderful Monday. And at least some time to relax. Yeah, I'm definitely curious. I gotta ask Skjorn. He's probably handling Doggo. But now I'm really curious. Because the character looked not quite like Postal, but he had this typical Postal shotgun and the black leather coat. Postal is such a weird game. Now, what are we gonna transport? Oh, how about cars to Wichita? I'm good, Kara. How are you today, Bean? How has your Monday been treating you? I really wanted to finish Small Saga today, but I slept, I think, about 2 hours tops. So my brain is just incapable of any logic. Oh? Share. Oh, you know what? What we should do real quick. Because I know not everyone was here earlier when I did that. Wait, did I really close them? I closed them. Also, I will let you all marvel in... Let's crash that game, because that game is dead. I will all let you marble in Nombi's carrot. Isn't this a beautiful carrot? Hey. Organic dildos are dildos too. But yeah, what I wanted to show you, Beans, in case you didn't see it earlier, is Heartclaw Rue, this wonderful bean, did little emojis for all of us. Here's Res and Avi. Look at these beans, just look at them. I just have two again. And here's myself, if you had trouble recognizing me. and here we have Karth. And what each of these gets is they get a backside. For example, this here is Karth's backside. And they get printed on pillow covers. So you got little squishable pillows with the head in the front and the tail in the back. And then, of course, the one I intentionally skipped. Look at this bean. Look at this bean. And his tail. Yes, that's his tail. No, I just had to show them off because they are amazing. So I had to do it again. No, I don't have one for Avantlaws. This is only for the fluff and stuffers. Yeah, this definitely crashed. I can't even close it. And I feel like body pillows are for year 3. There, that killed it. I'll just send you pictures later. Since it doesn't want to start right now. I'll just have to look at that later. But yeah, body pillows are still an idea. That's definitely an option. Now, definitely check out the artist. I think it's Mauro. I am not good with pronouncing names, but the Heartclaw Rue. That bean, by the way, also does furry underwear and pajamas and hoodies soonish, and very good bean. There is the Void. Have you heard of Void Crew? This game here. Void Crew by Focus Entertainment, and you know how much I love Focus Entertainment, is another co-op ship shooty game, and I really like the style. This is such a pretty style. Haven't gotten it yet, but this is really high on the list. The big downside is it's not solo friendly at all. You need at least 2 people to man the ship efficiently, and you need 1 person to leave the ship to harvest. So you should have at least 3 players. But it's just the color and the style, very high on the list. This is definitely one I want to check out. Hi DJ. How are you been? Yes, ship shooty game, exactly. But yeah, that is, I definitely want that one. Big on my wish list. But yeah, the problem with me and playing multiplayer games is just always coordination. Finding time where everyone can, especially with me working overnight and not daytimes, and I hate it. Yeah, I haven't heard of Pulsar. I definitely have to check that out. That sounds interesting. Oh, also, I know no one actually asked, but if you're wondering, I turned the sleep simulation off in this game. The idea of getting tired and then having to sleep in parking lots, it doesn't add anything to the game for me. I'm just a robot driving this. I'm a self-driving truck. That works much better in my head. Okay, that does sound like fun. Yeah, I definitely have to check out Pulsar. I recently started a new playthrough of Void Train. Also one of those games I really like. Come on, I want to drive past this truck. There we go. Its Void Train is a bit repetitive early on, but once it starts to open up, Void Train is really, really beautiful. It has a lot of additional things and features and stuff, and events, and it's a really chill game. I enjoy it. These are such weird streets you have in Kansas. This is woven in and out as if I have built that city in City Skylines. Also, I drove through Denver, well, in this game yesterday, and the detail Denver has is impressive. We actually found 2 perfectly displayed houses, one of which we wanted to live in at some point, and one of which we actually did live in. And they are perfectly detailed in-game. It's... Despite the fact that the city is so restrictive and such a smaller scale that it is actually... It was interesting to see two houses that I personally recognize in this game. Tells you they went far for detail. Oh, okay, let's do it. Denver. I can show you later, Karth. But two of the buildings, one that we wanted to live in, and then one that we actually lived in, are perfectly recreated in the game, which is impressive. Okay, now, but before we get to it, because we only did that 1.5 minute break earlier because I sucked, we're gonna do a real break now. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and I'll be back in 3 minutes. See you shortly, Beans, and thank you for your patience. Love those show reels. I just absolutely do. It's just
I don't know
1985.
what's happening. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that I am stinky.
Yes, you are. But yeah, it's just old CG. It's just, I love it. If I could just have art on my wall that's slowly moving old CG or something like that, bring it on. You know, I don't know any skunk tubers. Do you know any partial or full skunks? It's a catchy song. Yes. Oh, hold on, I gotta take that as a note. Give me a sec, I gotta write this down. Oh wait, we're still driving. We should stop driving. There. I just took a note. Because I think adding like a 3-minute recording of an old Windows screensaver to this list is actually a perfect addition. You know, as long as your musk kink only involves stink, you're a good bean. Just don't involve musk. Because if you do that, you're... Ooh. I just watched no, should look out the other window. I just watched Musk's interview yesterday, where he told all the advertisers that if they don't want to advertise, they should just go fuck themselves, and just be so hostile against the people that are paying his bill, and how he expects that the whole world will punish the advertisers for dropping Twitter. Yeah. That's also hi Seek. Hi Bean. Could someone give Seek a shout out too? Very good Bean. He deserves one, absolutely. But the problem is the consequences someone of that scale faces are always small consequences. You know, if you would do shit like that, you'd be in prison. Yes. Where's my shout out? What the heck? Well, I suppose the shout out player broke. Yeah, but what are they gonna do? It's like he doesn't care is the problem. He is in his own little mental world. And to him, the world is just an enemy. It's someone that needs to be fought and dominated. Yeah. You know, if he violates the labor laws, well, then he might pay $1 million in fine, and he goes like, oh no. Yeah, but what is Germany gonna do, is my question. What are you gonna do to someone who is neither a German nor European citizen? He isn't, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he isn't. Of course he isn't. They have... What can they do? They can harm the countries he runs in that country. Yeah, and he just won't. Yeah, it's not like he actually has to visit Europe. It's like one of those things I'm always slightly impressed never happened to a state official. You never hear that President this or Chancellor that went to country X or country Y and then they just disappear. Hi, Abby. How are you been? Shouldn't you be at MFF? Oh wait, it's Monday, isn't it? I suppose there's not a lot going on anymore now, Sag. When is your stream, Avi? When are we gonna get to see all the pictures and all the stuff you bought at that one stall that had the wholesale animal schlongs? No, I saw pictures of the Bad Dragon stand at MFF, and they have such good art. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, are you heading back? Okay. Yeah, I look forward to it. Fly safe. Yeah, I saw some pictures of the Bad Dragon stand there, and they went all out. It was definitely interesting. I expected nothing else, Seek. No harm in that. So, how many different Bad Dragon utensils do you have at home, Seek? Is this something you can share? Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I always wanted a glass cabinet just full of Bad Dragon toys. And they now have these adorable little minis that I totally can't show on stream because they are still dildos. But they have these adorable minis that are, like, I don't know, house cat sized at the absolute max. And they sell 4 of them for like $10 and they are so adorable. I just want these mini penises on my desk. Yes, and they are so cute. Look, just look up Bad Dragon minis. And you tell me that you don't just want to have these on your desk. I mean, these are the moments where I hate not having a work desk. Because I could put them... No, this is art. I don't know what you're talking... What? Wait, why would this look like a horse? How do you even know what a horse cock looks like, Steven? Steven! And that is how I got to talk with HR. Well, you tell me, what is the weirdest, oddest, most embarrassing thing you've ever shown off at work? Yay, Darkfang got auto-modded. Let me see if someone's there to click the button. If not, I have to switch out real quick. There we go. Thank you, Karth. Yeah, you fly safe, Avi. I mean, why do you even have to take an... You're just flying yourself, admit it. You're just not telling anyone. You're actually not at the airport. You're just at the landing strip spreading your wings. But we know you have to put the phone down. You can't... Because the problem is, having wings... means you have to use those wings to type on the phone while flying, and that is really, really not a good idea. But yeah, what is... Here, honest question. I mean, I know some of you work in offices and some of you have desks that you store personal things on. Because I'll tell you what mine is. What? A DVD of Midget porn at a fur meet. That sounds like a typical LAN party. It sounds like the shit we shared back then. Yes, exactly, Melina. Hold on, I gotta plummet an SMS out. We dropped 1,000 meters, but I managed to tell Mom we're home for dinner. Now I have a piece of Dr. Ashen's couch. That's what I always had on my desk. A little wooden picture frame with a little scrap of a brown couch. Framed and right on my desk. Now it's actually, it's, you know, up there it is. I can see it. I have it in my closet. No, I purchased it, Seek. I purchased it from Dr. Ashen himself. His couch. So if you see his video, the couch has missing patches in the back, and I have one of them. Oh, yes, of course, Dr. Ashen is a doctor. If you don't know Ashens, I mean, how do you not know Stuart? I'm talking about this bean here. You know, the very famous YouTuber. And Dr. Stuart Ashen is a doctor. He's, what was it? He a psychologist, I think. And this couch here, let me actually see if I can get a picture of it. There it is. See, and this is what I have on my desk. Just a picture frame with a signature of Stuart Ashen and a piece of his couch. So if you ever wanted to know what is the weirdest thing that I have, then that. We actually purchased that when we supported his second movie, the Game Child. No, wait, that was the first. Shit, what was the second called? But yeah, and I love this little thing. I love the fact that I just have this. Oh, there we go. That I have this Polybius Heist. Thank you, Ketna. That I have this completely random piece of someone's couch just standing there. God, Aaron, what the heck? I mean, like I said, these are the things we did at LAN parties when we had like half a dozen people over and they carried their heavy CRTs and PCs and we all sat together and played video games. And then when we took breaks, that's when you would share the weird porn stuff you had collected. That's kind of how it always went. I got introduced to so many fetishes during LAN parties. I don't even know. Yeah, like I said, I should have known early on how weird I am. But 16-year-old Moxie was sitting in these LAN parties, sharing pictures of people inflating their testicles with saline liquid. And I just thought it was hilarious. Oh shit, the things we've done. Please tell me I'm not alone. Please tell me you're ashamed of your youth too. We actually, friends of ours, had a clan for Aliens vs. Predators, and they were called TFT, Totally Funny Target. So we decided if their name is TFT, then our name has to be CRT. So we were the corpse raping tail pinners. Because that was the best abbreviation I could come up with for CRT on like a 10-minute notice. The corpse raping tail pinners. I mean, you gotta admit, it's a very good name for an AVP team. Because we did both things. Yes, I mean, you gotta, you know, do stuff to the corpses so you can reproduce, and you gotta pin people down with your tail so they stop moving. It's... AVP was such a good game. I feel like I should play that again at some point. That actually, you know, back when games focused on pitting two teams against each other, or three in that case, had a storyline. You didn't just have team-based multiplayer. You actually had a storyline for each of the three races. You had the storyline for the Marines, you had the storyline for the Predator, and you had the storyline for the aliens. And I loved the Alien campaign, because you would just climb through these vents and gravity was kind of irrelevant. You would climb up walls and on ceilings, and you would just see these heat signatures of the humans you taste. And then you have to sneak up on them and, you know, well, do the CRT stuff. And one of my friends was... Do you also have a friend that is ultra easily startled? Like a friend that will just scream and panic if you just poke him? I had a friend like that. Wait, I think I have to go through here. Oh no, wait. That is the opposite lane. These aren't two lanes. I have to go through here. And yeah, sometimes. And that person was so fucking easily scared. And we were playing Aliens vs. Predator. Oh, hi, Plurry. You take all the wolves. First, I'll give you an idea. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh my god, look at this face. Look at this face. I gotta take a closer look at this face. But first I gotta turn left. Here, let's actually... I wanna take a quick look at this face. Oh my god, look at this face. I wanna... Boop. Boop. I booped your nose. What you gonna do about that? It has been booped. But yeah, to give you an idea on how easily he is startled, we recently rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and you know that scene in the Mines of Moria where Frodo, with a cave troll, breaks into the room and Frodo hides behind the pillar? And then he looks around one side of the pillar and oh no, the cave troll is gone. And it's like everyone who has ever seen a movie in their life knows that the cave troll is on the other side of that pillar. Of course he is. And the camera moves to the other side of the pillar, and this whole movie theater is quiet. Except this one guy. And oh my god, did he scream. He was such a oh my god, such a sudden outburst of pure shock and surprise that I felt like everyone in the movie theater looked at us. Well, and that guy we played Aliens vs. Predator with. And at one point, I snuck up on him. Oh, hi SSV.
SSV003 just checked in.
Thank you for the follow. Oh, good bean. And I sneak up on him. I'm hanging above as an alien. I'm just hovering above his head. And then I drop down and get him so unexpected. Good night, DJ, and thank you, Bean. And got him so unexpected and sudden that he slammed his hand forward with the mouse still in it. And that mouse just dislodged from his hand, shot all the way across the room, and actually tore the cable out of the PC. He literally pushed his mouse forward off the table with so much force it flew off. And he actually had to get a replacement because that mouse didn't work anymore after. I startled him so much that he trashed his mouse. And I was always so proud of that moment. That's a true Moxie moment. Yes, I know that video, Aaron. That's, yes. This is... He would have never punched anyone. Like, he had this clear flight in him whenever anything happened. And the fact that he just slammed his mouse away. He actually did. He loved his ass off at that. Because, come on, I mean, you can't be mad at me just dropping off the ceiling and killing you in a PvP game while I'm an alien. But he was so entertained by his own reaction. I think we laughed for like 10 minutes. You see, I get surprised by pop-up scares as much as the next person. I don't get scared by them. I usually laugh my ass off. But that's just generally me. It's like I have very clear memories. Oh, I gotta turn left in here. I want the recruitment agency. But, shit, what was I saying? But yeah, I'm a person, I laugh at everything. Like if I'm in a roller coaster where people scream, I laugh. I actually get really annoyed if I'm in a roller coaster and you scream. Because then I can't enjoy it. Then I just have to hear you scream your soul out for whatever fucking reason. It's like, why would you scream? I never understood that. I never understood why people scream in roller coasters. Isn't it fun? Why do you scream when you like? My head just can't understand why you would scream if you have fun. I know it's a very human thing. I just don't know why. It's a little bit sideways, and then we should be perfect here. There we go. Another successful delivery. I'm good. Or bored, one of the two. Oh, I didn't quite get a level. Yeah, those are just tires. We don't need tires. But I did wanna drive over to that recruitment agency. Because I think we're getting to a time where I want to get rid of this truck and give it to an employee and get a new one. Well, that was not an exit. But I can turn around here. Let's make sure we have no traffic. And then we just gotta drive in here to unlock that. I suppose it was already unlocked. Oh my god, I thought I was hitting something. Melina. Shh. You didn't hear or see that either. You saw and heard nothing. Nothing. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we have another heavy one. I wouldn't mind doing another heavy one. Any externals? Yeah, the external ones suck today. Let me look at the normal ones. No, they all want to come here. They don't want to leave here. Look, this is the closest we have. No? Wait, what is a distance? Shouldn't I see the ones closer to me? Shit, what was the setting? No, these are not sorted. Okay, well, let's just go by city then. Hi, Jakey. Oh, what do we have here? A transport helicopter. I'm just looking for neat things. 6,000? Why does this pay so little? I suppose let's carry fireworks. Since I'm licensed for that. Wait, am I the Midwest? Is Colorado the Midwest? Or are we already... we're probably more the mid. I don't think we're west anymore. Is it west? Is Colorado the Midwest? I always assume we're already like the mid-mid. Then where does the mid-mid start? Where's the west-west and where's the mid-mid? And where are we in the middle? I mean, that is a very political statement, Azule. Apparently, there is no middle. I'm not surprised, Aaron. When we moved, we once drove through Wyoming and Utah. I mean, Utah is a whole other story. I was fucking scared of that place, but Wyoming. And for about 5 hours, maybe 6 hours. I hate this brake. I killed the engine by braking. Now my mouse is shivering again. Today is one of those days. But Wyoming, for like 5 or 6 hours of driving, our phone had no reception whatsoever. Like, not just come and go, not just bad, but just no at all. That is how big and empty that state is. The fact that you can drive for 6 hours and never regain a mobile phone connection. T-Mobile, actually. But it doesn't matter up there. They actually have an emergency where if you dial 911 on your phone, it will actually hook into the rail network. So you can still send a 911, but it's the only number you can call. And if you do that, it actually goes through the communication network of the rail that is next to the street. It doesn't use any mobile network as common. So you can really only use that to drop off an absolute emergency. Though, I mean, let's face it, if you have a stroke or a heart attack or anything halfway serious up there, just, you know, sit down outside the car and enjoy your last 30 minutes. Because I don't think you have to have any hope that anyone is coming. Yeah, and then I drove through Utah. And, hey, a spoiler if you don't know, but I smoke weed. You know what happens if someone with a Colorado license plate drives through Utah? Every cop in the state wants to stop you for an inspection. And I was so afraid that, I mean, you know, I didn't smoke weed for like 2 weeks prior. I made sure to throw everything away we had, every dry herb, but I didn't want to throw away my vaporizer and my grinder and the glasses and all that stuff that I collected over the years. So I cleaned everything extremely thoroughly, dried it, and then buried it in a big bowl of dog food. Like, we had a container with dog food, and I literally just put everything into a Ziploc bag and put it at the bottom of the dog food container, hoping that if a cop stops me, you know, and they do a search or something, the chance is minimal. That is what I was afraid of. I was afraid that they would do a search, and we know how they react if they can find any cannabis in your car. Let's see if you have anything external. You do. Because the benefit of doing these externals is that I get the reward for the achievement. If I just do the normals, I don't. But this pays so much more. What even is that GPS logo here? I have no idea what that stands for. But I suppose it has something to do with this being fireworks, and they are probably tracked. So maybe I'm not allowed to diverge from my route. No. I mean, what do you expect from a state that has border control to keep pregnant women from escaping? I don't have any better words for what they are doing than that. I mean, the cops will literally stop you if you have a pregnant woman in your car. And they suspect that you're trying to illegally extradite this woman out of your state. Because it is possible that this woman might be heading out of state to get an abortion. Look it up, it's ridiculous. They patrol commonly used streets and they will stop your car, especially if you have an out-of-state license plate and you have a female co-driver. And correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, they actually have the right to stop you from leaving if they figure out you plan to get an abortion. Oh, you enjoy work. Enjoy. Yeah, Austin is like the one place, if you go to Texas, Austin is a high-tech city full of young people. Austin is like the one place where you can go in Texas. Denver is okay. Ah, screw you. That's just turned yellow. I can't brake that fast. But yeah, Denver, it has its downsides, it has its upsides, like every city. But we do have a very, very healthy LGBTQ and artist community. Some of the most famous drag queens are from Denver. We have, what was his name? We have a wonderful artist, but I forgot his name. His band is called The Faggots of Death, and they are just an LGBTQ-friendly metal band. And they called themselves The Faggots of Death back when, you could still say these things. Nowadays, they just call themselves FOD because they are afraid of what the F word does when you have a social justice warrior close. Even though to them, it's not an insult. To them, it's a praise. They are just, they are the faggots of death. It's just who we are. Now, we do have some interesting churches here, too. We have the Church of the Scum of the Earth. No, I'm not making fun of them. That's their name. It's called the Church of the Scum of the Earth. It's an LGBTQ, punk-friendly Christian church. Because, if you're gay and you are Christian, a normal church is not the right place for you. But what if you just... Thank you, Ketna. Maris the Great. I love this fucker. He actually... I can't show it on stream because that would go way into the mature rating. But he actually murders bands. So what he does is when he finds like a young startup band that he enjoys, he does a collab with them where he murders them. And they post pictures of the murder scene and it is gruesome as fuck. Just look it up. Maris the Great and the Faggots of Death. And the first time they actually did that, and many times thereafter, they got in trouble with the cops. Because it turns out you can't just walk through Denver with a blood-covered cock in your mouth and then spit it out on the street and walk off. So people actually called the cops. And the person who was murdered had to come in to the cops and actually confirm that they have not been murdered. Oh, look, we have a detour. Like, they literally had to come in for an interview to confirm to the police that this was just a gig. This was just for show. This isn't my bloody penis that was laying in the middle of an intersection. I promise. And yeah, if you look up the pictures, if you're sensitive to gore, please don't. Because they go all the way. Wow. But if you like gore, or if you like really dumb and silly things, yes, look up Maris the Great. His website. And what he does is he comes out for Halloween, and then he disappears in May and just disappears completely. No, wait, the other way around, is it? I don't know. He comes out on Halloween because he officially lives under one of Denver's parks. Because we had a park that had publicly available toilets underneath. And in the 80s and 90s, those toilets were like a secret meetup for gay sex, as they were so often back then. And when the city of Denver found that out, they closed the toilets. So his story is now that he still lives in those toilets, in those hidden restrooms under the park, still, you know, living off the gay energy that is in there. I fucking love Maris the Great. He is such a character. If you actually walk through that park, there is a very good chance that you will run into him in costume. He loves spending time there. And this is also a really interesting story. I've read a lot about him. Because he recently, from like 2015 to 2020 or something like this, had a breakdown. Because he was at a point where he was Maris the Great, where the human behind it has just disappeared. He would sleep in his outfit on blood-covered mattresses in apartments that have blood sprayed onto the walls. And he would do this he would not take his makeup off for years sometimes. He would just renew it every morning and just keep going and be this one character. And at one point, he just had a complete breakdown. And he openly admitted that, you know, if you always are just full of blood and all this, it does pull you down. So for 5 years, he just stepped back and didn't do a thing. And now comes back and says he's doing it in a healthier capacity. And yeah, this was a really interesting interview. It was actually in the Westword, I'm sorry. We have a magazine in Denver called the Westword, which is, I don't know where that magazine was before cannabis was legal, but it is the cannabis newspaper. It's like if you have a dispensary, you have an ad in there. And if you have weird shit that a pothead enjoys, it's in there. Fish and chips. What are you, Eternal? British? Fish and chips. Who can even eat fish and chips? Fish and chips. Blah, 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 fish and chips. Yeah, of course you have to say that, Asune. And Melina. Like, for different reasons, you two. But of course you both have to say that. Ow! Wait, where do I have... No, I do have to here, yes. I like roundabouts. Roundabouts are fun. Reminds me of the probably best shit, I'm missing a word. What do you call that thing you do to someone? To surprise or startle or scare them? What the heck? How do I not know that word? Yeah, I'm missing it completely. Oh well. I'm moving on. No, I love roundabouts. I'm a huge fan of roundabouts. But I grew up in Germany. We had a lot of them. They are just so efficient. Oh, fuck no. Oh no, Shaky. Never ever. I mean, not just for roundabouts, just don't go to Paris. Here. Yes, I have. I have. It's a beautiful city. But here, I want to show you something. Because, for our final year, when we finished class, we went to Paris with a bus. No, Bielefeld doesn't exist. We went to Paris with a bus. And our bus driver did the unspeakable mistake. They didn't stay on the outside of the roundabout. This is the roundabout we were in. Yeah, let me actually... Just let me read this. I am not gonna sign up for the local French magazine. This. And you have to imagine, we came in and then we were like about here. And you know what happens when you're here? With a bus, no one will ever let you back out. So I think we were doing like 5 full circles. And at one point, the bus driver just pushes to the right, nearly takes a person off the road. And that person rolls down the window and yells something in French. And then the bus driver yells back in German. And I later found out what the French person yelled was, "You fucking bearded Nazi." And what the bus driver yelled was so bad that I can definitely not repeat it on stream. And we were like, this group of 15-year-old kids in the back of the bus. And there was this absolute silence as he rolls down this window and starts yelling out the window. And I remember my teacher had a conversation with him after. But yes, this is the fucking worst roundabout ever. I mean, you might have noticed. You don't see lanes. Look at how these cars are positioned as they are driving. I'm sorry, but the roundabouts in Asian countries aren't worse than that. And rip this guy, whatever this guy is, just, oh, that's a tour bus. Oh, that's why it's on the inside, because it's a double-decker tour bus. It wants to look at that. But no. I can PM it to you later. Fair warning, you'll blush. No, he was very outspoken about sexual acts he plans to do with his wife. I mean, with the French guy's wife, not the bus driver's wife. And I will simply assume that French guy didn't speak German, because otherwise World War III would have started that day. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck my wife. I'm gonna fuck my wife so hard. You just watch, okay? He's like, okay. I'm a horrible person. I don't know why you are here, and you shouldn't be. You should be ashamed of being here. Don't you have something better to do? I don't know. Play a video game. Write a book. Well, we're about 8 minutes from having more entertainment. I'm not even sure I can finish this trip before we get there. But let's see. I might actually just take a quick break now and just do 1.5 minutes of ads. Because I'm probably not gonna do too much longer. I do need some extra sleep today, since I didn't have a lot, and I imagine work tonight will be an absolute nightmare again. Yay! But yeah, it's possible that you will see me do some additional streams after midnight. So there would be a shortly after midnight Mountain Standard. So don't be surprised if that happens. They wouldn't replace my current streams, but like maybe 3 hours every night after work, just so I have something to look forward to and relax. I don't have to go to the way station. Oh, but I should have taken that exit, darn it. Now I'm taking an extra round. No! Yeah, it looks like I have to turn around over there. Gosh darn it. I wanna live in an Asian country. I mean, ideally not China, but, you know, I want to live in Japan or in Singapore. I don't want to have to work there, but I would love to live there. I am not okay with, say, the Japanese work culture. That is not for me, no. But oh gosh darn it! I wanna have all those ATMs, the ATMs. I wanna have all those food vending machines. I would never talk to a human ever again. I don't need to learn Japanese. I just need to know how much something costs. It's like I recently came across the fact that we actually have a pizza vending machine in Denver. You know, one of those fully automated ones where you put money in and then it bakes the pizza for you? We have one of those. You know where they put it? Not outside. They put it... what was it? It wasn't a tavern. It was like a little bookstore or something. But it's inside, in a place where people will watch you pull it and will watch you eat and will like be really excited about you using it. Like it's in a common public place that is only accessible during business hours. Why? The whole benefit of having something like this is that I don't have to deal with a human. I just put money in, I get a pizza and I can move on. But now I have to walk into a store, I have to greet the people there. Then someone comes over and goes like, oh, I always wanted to watch that. Can I watch that? I'm like, dude, I just want my pizza. Yep. No one saw that. If we would have a good vending machine cafe, or I just want vending machine food. Like here, Emerson. If you can hear me, Emerson. I know I always pronounce you wrong and I apologize, but if you can hear me, Emerson, replace our kitchen with a vending machine and just refill it every 3 days. I'd take that. I mean, my fridge is already a vending machine, more or less. It just doesn't prepare the food for me. No, I would totally do that. If I could. I feel like I've been born at least 50 years too early, because if you open an arcology today, I would be in it. I know it's not gonna succeed and it's probably gonna be... Oh wait, no, I gotta be here. I'll just drive over here, there. But I'll take it. I want to see the beginnings of a true cyberpunk culture. I want to see the first bits of an arcology and the self-sustainability. And let's face it, Amazon is probably the only one that can currently pull it off. Because they already have every product you would ever need on Dog's Earth Now imagine they just build a city in a single building and they lock it off and you can only have Amazon products. My life would change. I mean, I look around. You know, I'm holding a gamepad that I got from Amazon. My keyboard, Steam Deck, my screens, my everything my PC is made out of, with like 2 exceptions that came from Newegg, came from Amazon. I drink out of a bottle I purchased from Amazon. It is weird how dependent my household is on that company. Oh wait, I was meant to go here. Yay! No one saw that either. See, I really want to do the drunk driving. I feel like that would be fun. No, it's a shit company. There's nothing to praise. It's a shit company and we're probably gonna have a huge downfall, and when it's gone, then all the small companies stand a chance again. But it is here and it is cheaper than alternatives, and because money matters. I hate that company as much as the next one. But yeah, we're gonna take a very short break here. Whoop. Because otherwise we will get the ads forced. And I'm just gonna do a 90-second ad because yeah, I don't think I will be here for another full hour, so I'm not gonna torture you with more ads than you need. I'll see you shortly. No, Katna. Here's a little fun fact. When we actually recorded this video, this is Kid's in progress avatar. His new avatar is, oh my god, it's so good. I can't show you, but it is so good and it will be so pretty, and when it's done, and oh my god. But when we did this video, he actually had a effect on his character that every time you booped his nose, he had this little glow going through his face, and he forgot to turn that off. So during the song, he just kept booping his own nose. It's a cat. But yeah, I added Pulsar to my wishlist. This does look interesting. It looks like it has an interesting art style. Definitely have to take a closer look at that, especially since VR supported. That makes it really interesting. I also had to click on the 2 pictures that Melina, it was Melina, right? Shared. Let me double check. Yeah, it was. I'm not gonna share the pictures Koga shared. They are good pictures, oh boy, but if you want to see those pictures, I'm not going to show those on stream. Those you can only find on Discord, I apologize. But this duck is happy. I just wanted to share this, because this duck is happy. It's a happy duck. Also, this is my kind of humor. I appreciate this humor. This is my kind of dumb humor. Can we have a missile toad at home? I really want one of those. And then just, you know, not tell anyone, just have it hanging there without any explanation, any whatsoever. No, Eternal, I'm not gonna play Slay the Princess. That's a stream game. I'm not touching that until I stream that. And yes, I saw your art, but I'm also not going to share that on stream. It's cute art. I really enjoy the way you draw them. You have this really cozy style. Speaking of, I don't think I actually... Here? Amazing Bean. Ow. Look at that Bean. No, Asune, wonderful art. I'm getting the eternal, okay?
That girl gave me gas.
Hi, Revelation. How are you, Bean? No, Asune, really good Bean. Amazing artist. I'm so looking forward to the next art stream because I'm getting a Fuglin. And then, of course, I mean, you know him. I don't know why I'm shouting him out. He's just a flesh tuber. Ah, gotcha. Not a flesh tuber. Look at that angry bad wolf. Such angry. And yes, you see an Avi there. Also, Avi has this adorable... Oh my god. Stop it. But yeah. Wonderful Bean on it. And Avi has this cute... this really adorable avatar when he is on Discord. I need to get something better for myself. What I have right now is just literally a screenshot of my Woggin with an open and a closed mouth. But that's maybe what the Fuglin. Speaking of, I do plan a bit of a co-op stream, probably next Friday. We haven't Enshi. Are you Enshi Badwolf? Is that your full name now? Enshi Badwolf. Is it long form for Angela? I I actually went through the races and I know exactly what I want. Not races, tribes.
W-E-T-P-E-T-S.
W-E-T-P-E-T-S. Yes, I and a very, very good Bean, we're gonna play a single player game at the same time. And just have fun with it. And we're both gonna play it. There are no real decisions to make, so we're not gonna make different decisions, but we're gonna see who gets who killed. Because Res and I are gonna play Danganronpa. And I have never played Danganronpa. But you know what I have? I have listened to Danganronpa's soundtrack about 500 fucking times because I absolutely dig Danganronpa's soundtrack. And yet I have never played a single game from that series. So I'm gonna play that. Like I said, probably next Friday together with Res. And we're just seeing who gets who killed. I think that's kind of how the game works. I think people die, and they die because you fail or you succeed. I'm not quite sure. But they die, and I like gruesome and weird deaths, so... when you come up with a game, I'm that simple. If you tell me, hey, you know, Dalton and I are playing Void Crew, do you want to join? Then there's a very good chance I will say yes. I can't, I'm working at night. But I'm weird about co-op streams because I I'm absolutely not a co-op player. I like my chill solo games, and I like playing my chill solo games. Oh, I'm gonna slow down. And co-op games are always a bit... I think the main issue I have is that most of the co-op games are very lackluster. Like, they provide one theme, one thing. Say, you know, how do I say this without stepping on anyone's toes that likes these games? It's a very personal thing, but say Darktide or Remnant. Remnant not so much. Darktide, I think, is the big one for me. It just doesn't hold me. Because in the end, each level is still the same, even if you have different tasks. Each level is still more or less the same, and then sometimes you succeed and sometimes you don't. It's a great game. It's just not for me. It's like Deep Rock Galactic. I fucking love Deep Rock Galactic. I don't play it in groups. Because to me, this game is absolutely excellent in solo. But it's completely lackluster when you have people. In solo, I can set my drone to harvest ore that's in the ceiling. Can't do that in groups. In solo, I can just escape, pause, and go get a drink. Can't do that in groups. In solo, I fuck up my own run. In groups, it's usually someone else that fucks up my run. Like, I played Remnant. I played the first 2 or 3 missions. I got it for free on Epic at some point. And it's fun, but it doesn't pull me in. These games just never hold my attention. And I kinda hate it. That the only multiplayer game in that style that I ever played extensively is Warframe. Which, you know, it also kinda fits into this theme. And yet I enjoy it because there's no PvP in it. It's that simple. It's only co-op. I mean, there is PvP in it. I just don't know anyone who's ever touched it. I still gotta finish Duviri. I'm still not 100% sure how you actually finish Duviri, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, another 5 miles. And yeah, I think it's a good time. I'm not gonna do a long stream today, so I think after this fair, we're actually gonna call it a night or a day or whatever you wanna call it. That way I can get a breakfast and then I will go back to bed. And on Wednesday, guaranteed we're getting back to Small Saga. But, I mean, we're probably finishing it on Wednesday. I don't think I have more than 2 hours left in that game. Yeah, I never played PvP games. It's just, I never enjoyed this. Like, the first PvP games I played were Hexen, which we then switched... Shit, or was it Heretic? It might have been Heretic. But we then switched to co-op, because that game actually supported co-op. You could actually kill enemies with your friends. I loved that. And the only other game I ever played back then was Command & Conquer 1. And the reason for that was simple, because it came on 2 CDs, and if you gave the other CD to someone, then they couldn't play multiplayer with you. So I tried that once, but it just... And then sure, I tried it a few times. I bought Overwatch, played it for 2 weeks, had some fun. But every time there's a competitive game, I lose interest. I'm not a competitive player, and I don't even like competing at work. I hate how work has been gamified and how everything needs to be competing and hey, look, I'm like 3% better than my colleague. Fuck yeah, I'm definitely the better human. Yeah, and I had fun in Overwatch. You know, and I had fun in Destiny 2. The least fun I had in Destiny 2 was the weekly PvP match that they force you into. No, wasn't fun. I mean, nowadays, I'm not sure I would even install Destiny 2. Yeah, let's go high value a bit more. Yeah, nowadays I'm not even interested in installing Destiny 2. I think they are dead. Bungie is dead to me. And if you're wondering, yes, exactly. If you're wondering how bad it is, if you didn't actually see the video that Bellular News did, let me post it. They just released a... hold on, it'll only take me a second. They just released a new player starter kit that is so bad that completely obfuscates what's in it. And if you are not an experienced Destiny 2 player, you don't actually know the value of the pack. Because the point is, the pack has no value. They literally charge you $15 for something that shouldn't cost. But here's the video if you want to watch it. It's really interesting. They're just... Destiny is gone for good at this point. Bungie is gone for good. I don't think there's any recovery from that company. But yeah, I know it's not the longest stream. I usually try to go for closer to 4 hours. But I hope you beans don't mind, because yeah, like I said, I'm tired as fuck, and I think sending you off to someone that... Oh, I see, yes. I found our target. Let me just take a look. Yeah, it's definitely not the same anymore. It's not the Destiny I enjoyed. But yeah, since we just talked about it, yeah, let's take a new bean. I like picking new beans, and I don't think I've done this bean yet. They started about an hour ago, and they are currently playing Alan Wake. So... Oh, I hope later today, Ketna, if I find the time. I still have to do a few things for the stream, but I need to play some MMO. I'm very heavily underplayed right now. I haven't played a lot, mostly because I'm trying to actually finally finish Death Stranding. And I'm getting close. Well, also playing American Truck Simulator a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna send you over to Shadow the Cat. Very good bean, currently playing Alan Wake, the first, not the second. So, because I don't want to see the second. I felt so bad that I couldn't watch Wu play, because I still want to play it. But they are playing the first, so I think that is a wonderful time to jump in and say hi. Very good bean. And like I said, I'll be back on Wednesday with the wrap-up for Small Saga, so we can finally learn that our character is still alive. Probably. Surprise. I mean, we can't be dead. I hope not. But yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to it. For now, I hope you beans have a wonderful day. Wonderful week. Take it gentle, take it slow. Enjoy some of the naughty art that Koga posted. Wow. I gotta take a second look at that. And yeah. I love you beans, and I'll see you Wednesday if I do. Stay awesome. Bye bye. And thank you, everyone, especially Eternal, for the gift subs you've been.